So I'm here in Las Vegas for day 3 of the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show at the Convention Center. That looks like a boring machine, and there's the new segment of the Tesla loop that goes over to the Resorts World Casino. But I'm going to be heading into the Convention Center and showing some pretty cool technology from my good friends at Chief Architect. Most of the show is focused on suppliers, building suppliers, informing home builders, remodelers, construction folks about the types of products that are available for home building and renovation. So there's not a whole lot of technology at this show, which is a little strange for me, but it's been very interesting, learned a lot. And Chief Architect is definitely an island of advanced technology, at least computer technology, among all of these other appliances and cabinet hardware and flooring surfaces and countertops and everything else. So here on the booth, the Chief Architect booth, we've got a couple of Lenovo Legion 7 Gen 7 computers powering the experience. This is a Ryzen 9 6900HX CPU and a Radeon RX 6850M XT discrete GPU. So a lot of power, and we're seeing great results with Chief Architect on this system. I did want to just focus in on a couple of interesting capabilities that are taking advantage of the hardware, and particularly the graphics. So I'm going to open up this view. This view is set up as a ray trace view. So I'm going to open up a camera. It's predefined in the sample plan. And what you're going to see is a camera view of this kitchen. And if you'll notice down here, the ray tracing is resolving the image and cleaning up all of the noise, like on the reflective surface of the stainless steel refrigerator, or the glass blocks over there. And once we get to about 200 passes, the image starts to look pretty well resolved, but it will go and you can run it as long as you like. So it's it's using the GPU, it's using, because this is a Radeon 6000 series GPU, it has hardware ray tracing capability, and it's taking advantage of that hardware ray tracing capability to get this very fast result. So now I'd like to show another really interesting capability. This is a Sonnet eGPU breakaway box, and inside of this Sonnet Thunderbolt 3 graphics enclosure, I have a Radeon RX 6950 XT graphics card, again with hardware ray tracing capability, but it's in an enclosure that supports a 750 watt power supply and a graphics card that's a full desktop graphics. Let's open the same view, and immediately we're going to start the ray tracing. And now the samples are going significantly faster. I'm going to estimate maybe twice as fast as when they were running on the 6850M XT. Because of the laws of physics, we have more power, more current, better cooling in a full desktop graphics solution, easily expanding the capabilities of this already powerful laptop. And we can create these beautiful renders using the GPU. You can do your design work, you can do some light rendering on the go when you're on battery. When you get back to the office, attach the Sonnet eGPU with a Radeon RX 6000 series high-end graphics card, and you can have this kind of capability as well. And again, the system has to have USB 4 support, which is available on many systems featuring the Ryzen 6000 series APUs. All right, so I'm here with Thea from Bellingham, Washington, and we are going to take a look at the VR capabilities of Chief Architect. And we're running this on an AMD. Thea, I work for AMD. That's why I'm doing the product plug here. It's an AMD-based laptop with AMD CPU and AMD graphics, and it turns out that this is powerful enough to run virtual reality on a laptop. So we're in the design mode of the application. We're going to go to 3D, virtual reality, and we're going to toggle the virtual reality on. I'm going to hand you a controller. All right, just one hand is fine.
Okay.
All right, and then your forefinger, move your forefinger up to the top there. All right, now that's your pointer. If you point down to the ground, wherever it's green, if you pull and release that trigger on the front with your forefinger, it'll teleport you. You can walk around if you wanted to. You can teleport, and we're driving this all off of this laptop, and you're getting, like I said, the spatial sort of perception in the model, the same application where you've designed it. So if you want to come out of VR, make a change to the design, then go right back in. You can do that kind of real-time visualization for your clients. So what do you think?
It's amazing.
Amazing. Okay, we'll take that. That sounds great.
And I'm looking out the window. I can see the flowers growing.
Yep. It's good stuff. One more thing that I wanted to mention, Chief Architect does run on both Windows and Mac. And so here is the application running on an Apple M1 Pro. And I just want to point out that in the Mac version, there is no VR mode and there's no ray tracing mode that uses the graphics. The only option that you have is a CPU ray trace. So I'll go ahead and kick off a CPU ray trace. And it's a process. It's definitely a long process. You can also do CPU ray traces on the PC, on the Windows side. But on the Apple computer, it's the only choice that you have, and it takes significantly longer. We're about 2 minutes into the CPU render on the Apple M1 Pro, and we've just gotten our first pass. So it's chugging away, but again, nowhere near as fast as a GPU render that's only available on the PC on hardware ray tracing capable graphics cards like the Radeon RX 6000 series.